Hello everyone, I'm Ming Shu from Tsinglan class of 2026. The offers I have received so far are for economics at Claremont McKenna College and economics at the University of Southern California. I came to Tsinglan in 8th grade. Yes, at that time we had just returned from abroad, and because the pandemic situation over there was really severe, we thought about coming back to study. Then by chance I got to know Tsinglan. Tsinglan really puts a lot of effort into providing resources for students. Compared to some other international schools, which may focus more on students' grades rather than their overall development, Tsinglan stands out. But I think Tsinglan can be contrasted sharply with other international schools and actually has an advantage over them. What left a particularly deep impression on me was when I was in 7th grade, studying at an American-style international school in Malaysia. The things we learned back then were honestly really easy and relaxed. You could completely zone out in class, not pay attention at all, and just coast through everything. Even so, you could still get pretty good grades on exams, and there was no requirement to take notes or anything like that. At that time, we had only just started learning linear equations in math, so when I returned to Tsinglan, it was honestly quite a shock for me. At the time, I kept posting complaints on my moments, saying things like, wow, now that I'm back at Tsinglan, I'm constantly taking notes. Wow, my hand is so sore from all the writing. Now that I'm back at Tsinglan, why do I have so much homework to do? Now that I'm back at Tsinglan, why are there so many exams? But actually, thinking back now, all of this could be considered a kind of training for my personal willpower and patience. It also helped me to better face things and pressures that would come later on. Yes, what I am extremely grateful for is the school's launch of the Qingxiang program. To be honest, the school gave us this opportunity to work face-to-face with professors from Tsinghua and other top universities to do research together. They guided us step by step through the process of research and exploration, which is truly rare, even among other schools. So through this opportunity, I got to know Professor Wu, a professor from Tsinghua. He personally guided me in doing research and scientific work, and at the same time, he also taught me some technical skills, such as techniques for writing academic papers. And during this process, I gradually deepened my understanding of economics. I even published my own paper in an international journal, so I feel that I really gained a lot from this experience. And it also helped me a great deal with my university application. Actually, if we talk about being people-oriented, I think our Tsinglan is definitely a pioneer. For me, it was the first platform where I truly put this concept into practice and invested myself in it. How should I put it? At the beginning, Tsinglan was perhaps a bit more focused on things like reporting major events at school, right? Things like important milestones, for example, a big-name guest coming to give a lecture, or parents organizing some kind of event, things like that. But later on, we started thinking about whether we could make a subtle shift, moving our focus from the school itself to focusing more on the students. After all, the Tsinglan UP model is also by students for the community, right? It definitely has to be based on the idea of for the community and by students. So later, we started thinking about how we could make our topics more centered on the students. And at that time, before the old cafe had been replaced by our new cafe, we were thinking about whether we could do something for the students, like trying out the different items at the cafe to see which ones are worth recommending and which ones should be avoided. So I think this is actually a process of interacting and connecting with the students, and in fact, it's also a way of putting our people-oriented mission into practice, including us. Later on, I initiated this era of special editions. That is, in addition to producing the main campus publication, we also launched special editions. Our first special edition focused on children with autism. As a charitable project, it was actually from our people-oriented perspective what I believe to be the ultimate way of putting this into practice. At that time, we examined children with autism from 6 different perspectives, such as the literary perspective, the biological perspective, and also my own perspectives on economics and policy making. We considered how we could make a substantive contribution to them and raise public awareness about autism. I think this was also a very pioneering move by Tsinglan UP in our people-oriented approach to practice. The first thing is, don't be overly anxious about the results of your competitions. As I just mentioned, competitions, to put it plainly, are about selecting who among a pool of high schoolers has the greatest amount of knowledge. But younger students must remember that all education is about people. In the end, it's about the individual. If you only let the admissions officer see that, oh, you're a very smart student, they might just think, okay, you're a bit nerdy, right? They might see you as just a bookworm. But this is actually a major disadvantage for Chinese students during the application process. They think you're great, but you're just a bookworm. What contributions can you make to the community? So you absolutely must fully explore community service, contributions to society, or for example, more in-depth or higher-level research or activities that demonstrate your maturity as a prospective undergraduate student. That's the first point. The second point is not to be overly anxious about your GPA, because GPA is only one part of your application. I know it's important, but ultimately it's just a part. You can make up for any potential weaknesses with other things. For example, math might be my weakness, but through my research papers, I was able to delve deeply into the areas I wanted to excel in, and I achieved very good results there. So you really shouldn't get too discouraged. just because you did badly on an exam once. Of course, that doesn't mean you should just give up and stop trying. Don't lose heart, but also don't slack off. Yes, find a balance.